Good morning, good afternoon. What time is it? 12:20 on Sunday the 14th January. Welcome to a new day, a new vlog. If you're new here, I'm Melanie. If you are a regular viewer, hi. As you might have seen, I have a feeling you might only have seen like my feet and my ankles, but I was in Extreme Gym in Glasgow. I don't know if this is Extreme Gym 1, 2 or 3, but it's the one that you have to go through the Clyde Tunnel. Anyway, I was in there doing my posing practice session with Catherine because, I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I have decided I'm going to compete again this year, bodybuilding wise. I had debated about whether or not I wanted to, but I think I'm going to give it a go again. I am going to give it a go again. So I wanted to get ahead with my posing, so I was in seeing her. So we ran through poses for the UK DFBA, BNBF and 2 Bros. I have only ever done UK DFBA, so 2 Bros apparently is quite similar in that what you can and can't do isn't really much. It's like the mandatory relaxed poses, which aren't relaxed at all in terms of your quarter turns. 2 Bros has a bit more scope in that you can do like hands over your head poses and whatever else, so that's exciting. In some ways I'm a bit nervous about the thought of having more poses to do, but on the other hand, like, it is exciting. So I am now, my hot water bottle, got this yesterday. I am now going to, oh, and I forgot about my coffee. I'm going to head back home. I've got a little bit of work to do. I still need to edit vlogs and stuff. So I will speak to you later. Just marched up a hill. So unfit. Pretty cool that we have this in our town. Hello, here I am back in my usual corner of the kitchen with a bossy cat. It is Monday evening. What time are we at? Time check. 8:23. I have been at the gym all day and I've actually been I was a lot busier today than I originally thought I would be, and I don't generally like to film too much in there in case I get copyrighted, because obviously the music is very loud. So if I do feature clips it can only be little bits. But I have been home, I've been faffing about. I got very distracted and excited because I forgot that I had managed to secure myself a locked library subscription. I'd actually signed up for a few different subscriptions, so I've got a Lumicrate and Locked Library, and what was the other one I got an email about earlier on? Page and Wick. I just get so excited that because a lot of these things you have to sign up to like a wait list because the books are like so beautiful and what you can get and whatever, and I was just signing up to waiting lists left, right and centre, and then I would randomly get an email being like, your order's on the way, and I was like, oh, okay. So, I'll show you what I got. I just did a quick real unboxing, but I've actually got the paperback version of this. Haven't read it yet, but it's Babel, so it's set in, I want to say Oxford. A nice little offer letter inside. Is it Oxford? Yes, Oxford. But wait, so these are the end pages, and then wait till you see the sprayed edges. Oh, Harry! Look at that! I think you may have guessed by now I'm a sucker for a sprayed edge, but it's just beautiful. This kind of thing makes me happy. I am now going to feed this cat. Where's the other cat gone? I'm now going to feed these kitties, and then I am going to feed myself and then to do my Melanie Method coaching client check-in feedback. So I'm going to put this on to heat up and then get to work. I've made a cup of tea. Probably be like Builder's brew by now because the tea bag's been stewing for ages. What? And I don't know why. See, when I don't know if it's because I went from like the cold to the hot, but look how pink my cheeks are. Well, this was not expected. I have just discovered this music of Diaries, which is from Akatar, and it's just so beautiful. I'm going to reply to my emails from the sofa. For some time in February, if we can, to try and get that done then, and do like a proper con, and more so like around like it doesn't even to just be the product, but I was thinking like especially. Just wanted to come on to record this, so I'm in dire need of the toilet, but I can't move because. Have you been eating laundry? I just need you to tell me the truth. This is driving me crazy. Harry never, ever sits, well, he never sits on me, first of all, like on my lap, never sits against me, so I know I could just get up and move, but I can't, it's like an unwritten rule. This is Harry's new thing. Excuse the fact the floor needs hoovered, but every night he literally demands that I play with him with a laser pen. I was in the kitchen doing my food prep and he just came and shouted at me.
Dad, the dishwasher's stinky again. And my mug is still cleaner today. I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream.
Just sitting here, about to go to bed, scrolling through the notifications for Whiterabbitskincareuk. Look who has posted. So everyone set your calendars, even though by the time you see this it'll be over and done with. But she did a live talking about cleansers, and she being Caroline Hirons by the way, featured her cleansing balm. There it is. And she's doing it again on Thursday. Oh, I was getting so many orders for cleansing balm, and then someone asked what was the one made in Scotland with the wooden lid, and of course I was straight in there replying. Caroline Hirons was literally on my vision board. This shit works. What do you know? Another night, another corner of the kitchen. It is Wednesday. I have just got home from the gym. Well, actually, I went to Pets at Home to pick up cat treats because heaven forbid we run out of those. And some jingly balls. I just thought I would pop on and say hello. And I've got some very exciting mail out in the hallway that I'm going to open up shortly. I ordered new, it's these like turmeric tablets, and they are staining everything. -6 today, and I could well believe it. So my ice bath was, it's not focusing, but when I went out this morning, it has been frozen over before, but never like this. Like the ice was literally about an inch. Battery died. As I was saying, or I can't remember what I was saying, yeah, I didn't think I was getting in my ice bath because the ice was literally about an inch thick, and I've got a little like plastic sieve that I keep out there with it if there's any like leaves or anything that's fallen in. And I was trying to like chip away at it. I got in and I did 3 minutes though. Unfortunately, I've managed to rip the covering because the covering had actually frozen to the ice, funnily enough, and when I pulled it off it's ripped, but not the end of the world. And I always feel so good. It's just that part of the reason that I do ice baths, I don't know if I've said before, but it's not so much the physical benefits, which there are many of, because it helps reduce like inflammation and it helps with like blood circulation and muscle recovery and so many other things, but a big part of it is the mental aspect. So it's just trying to get over that, like as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, it's training your brain. You have to think of your brain as like almost like a dog. Like you say, no, I'm going to decide when we're doing things and what we are and we aren't doing. And of course, no one wants to go out and sit in like 1 degree temperature water. But 9 times out of 10, when you actually get over that first hurdle of getting in there, and once you're in there, it's fine. So it's just become part of my near enough daily routine now. Talking of which, I was actually, just as I was getting ready there, like you know how you see like all over like YouTube and things, my morning routine and whatever, I don't really have one, and I do want to develop one for myself, but I also don't want it to add to my stress. I want it to be something that helps me and makes me feel good, not, you know, like the whole like the miracle morning thing, and that talks about like getting up at like 5 a.m. and doing, or what was the anagram thing, like basically you were to do like exercise, reading, learning, blah 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 blah, and like I do set myself certain, there's my phone, like on my phone I have reminders that I do have a like timed for. So things like doing my journaling, learning of some sort. So I'm going to go and sit on the sofa in a little bit when I've made my food, and like read one of my non-fiction books. But sometimes I find like if you try and do too much, you then get so, especially if you're under like time constraints. So it's been really lovely this morning. So it's now 20 to 9. And I was actually meant to be going to a counselling appointment at 9 o'clock, but my counsellor unfortunately isn't well. So she texted me, it was about 7 o'clock actually. I had got up about 7:15, my alarm was set for 7, but I got up at 7:15 because the cats got me up. And I was just kind of pottering about, and then she texted me, and I ended up getting back into bed for 20 minutes and miraculously didn't fall asleep, but I read my book, like my Air of Fire, the fiction book I'm reading, and it was so nice. And then I did my skincare, I went out and did my ice bath, now I'm going to make my breakfast, and like this is the kind of cosy morning routine I would like to do for myself every day. The next kind of step is doing, like on one of my checklists, is doing journaling. Journaling is one of those things that I find a bit of resistance towards, and I don't know why. And I know journaling can literally be just writing, like doing like a brain dump, like whatever. As I mentioned in a previous video, I have ended up with God knows how many different journals and things. This one I am really loving. I think I had this, was it my last vlog? But just because it's just little like bite-sized things, so the focus for this week is on self-concept. So it's how you value and appreciate your authentic self. And I'm actually finding it quite challenging because it's asking you things like, so prompt 1 is how are you making yourself proud? Prompt 2 is how do you bring value to the world? And prompt 3 is like an affirmation. And yeah, it's quite a challenge. And then I've got like, well, I've been reading my daily stoic. That's not really a journal, but it's just an extra morning thing. This is the notepad that I've been using as my actual journal. I love it. Because I noticed that I was stockpiling all my notepads and like saving them for good, and it's like, what is the point in that? Because you never know what's going to happen. And then I've unearthed this one, which I do quite like. I was debating about restarting it again because I started it in, let's see, 2020, and then I stopped doing it, and then I started it again in like 2022. There's a reoccurring theme here. But as I say, I quite like the fact that it's got, so on this side, like you write down your habits and stuff, it's got the wee quotes at the top, there's space for like extra journaling, and then it's got, so these are like the daily prompts, I suppose. And then at the end you can do like an evening reflection. And I'm like, is that something else that like, am I really going to do that? The next step is going to be making my breakfast. I've actually got a free Costa that I'm due, and I'm tempted to go and get that, but it means defrosting my truck. First world problems, eh? Oh, this is a vibe, I realise. I have just realised that the little wind sound blocker thing that's usually on top of your head has come off. Ta-da! Don't know if that makes any difference. I think it's better when you're outside. I can't remember the last time I picked the camera up today, what I was doing. I'm currently watching Carter Sullivan do a book vlog, and I am food prepping. Now I've lost the lids on a bottle. Oh, there it is. If I didn't do it, I would be very hungry, and also I would end up eating things that I really shouldn't. Not that I would have that opportunity because I'm at the gym all day tomorrow. I have been so cold today. After my ice bath this morning, I really struggled to warm up. I've had the heating on all day. Don't tell mum. And it's only now I'm kind of say I was warm-ish. So it's now, what, 9:30. I just want to get to bed, so I'm going to do this food prep, which takes me ages, but at least once it's done, and I don't need to run about like a headless chicken in the morning, or even more so than I am in the morning. And then get into bed and read a couple more chapters of Heir of Fire, because I'm actually really enjoying it, and I'm glad that I stuck with the Throne of Glass series after kind of feeling a bit meh about Assassin's Blade. It's definitely getting exciting. And I actually emailed so through Instagram, I'd started talking to a girl, Mary, who's, her mother-in-law owns a bookbinding company. So I've contacted them and to see if we can get the ball rolling with the, like hopefully getting the two, what two is it? Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. Getting them probably reprinted and then it's together in one book. So that'll be exciting. I just wanted to come on and say hello and goodbye until tomorrow. Spot the person who hasn't eaten enough carbs today.
Very good glutes. I didn't have very good hamstrings. I did not have a very good back. The thing that you could do in terms of if there's just one specific area that needs to grow rather than overall growth, you wouldn't need to spend as long in a surplus. So you wouldn't need to. It's like I still need it.
When I tell you I have just spent 20 minutes attaching this thing to my truck, I'm not joking.
Wednesday, scheduled a week of
So it's Saturday. First thing I had, get me people watching me. I had my MK coaching Zoom call this morning. It's been moved from a Sunday to a Saturday. Then I had 2 PT clients, and then I just met my lovely friend Mandy for a coffee, and then we just popped into TK Maxx where I got said phone holder, and Mandy also gave me this sticker. So she makes, like, she's got one of those cricket label printer things, so she's also going to be making me printing me some dragon themed stickers for my laptop and stuff, which is cool. So let's go. So I have taken a real notion for mashed potatoes. So I had a load in the cupboard that I need to use. I'm going to attempt to cook them in the air fryer, and then I remembered to buy, because one of my problems was I don't really have butter in the house generally, because I don't really use enough of it when it usually goes off. So but I thought, whilst I'm still in my bulk, I am going to get this, because I'm doing that for the next 9 weeks. I'm going to get this, I'm going to make my mashed potatoes, we're going to see how it goes. So that's my story. Oh, I'm going to show you a few of the wee bits I got today, but let me put these on to cook, and then I'll be back. So I quite like to use this. Oh yeah, so I was gonna, when I got home, I think I've mentioned I have this on a monthly subscription, so that one had been delivered. And I had also ordered this, very interesting name, but it's basically a form of this. I just can't go over the name, but I have been struggling with my knees quite a bit, so going to start taking these. Then while I was, when I was in TK Maxx, I mean, I definitely don't need any more mugs, but like, look at the size of this beast. Nice hefty mug, and it's very cute. So I got that, and then I also was looking for some essential oils that I can put in my little dehumidifier thing that I've got by the bed. Is it a dehumidifier? Basically puts out steam, and then you put these in. So the first set is Relax, Sleep and Unwind. I mean, I have got loads of essential oils obviously because of my skincare company, but it's all like individual ones that I've got, and I couldn't be bothered like mixing them all together, so I thought I'll get these. And then I got these 3, which are similar but different, so I'm looking forward to trying them. And then when I was in Tesco, I most definitely do not need another book, we have gone over this, but I quite like the idea of, it's not quite a retelling, but I am fascinated by and history, and I mean my degree's in history, so I saw this and I thought that a lot of like history and the way it's told, it can be very like dry and complicated and hard to understand, but this one to be like, but never sycophantic portrait of England's most compelling king. So I intend to go through this with my highlighter when I read it and, you know, take notes. And then she also does several other books to do with like the Tudors and things, so if this one's good, I might give them a go at some point, add them to my ever-growing TBR. But I am now just going to go and do the washing up. It's now 6:30. I really want to. I was round earlier on sorting my mum and dad's Netflix because I've got the account and it's meant to be you can have 2 devices on it. So I've got my TV and mum and dad's TV, but for whatever reason it keeps logging them out. So I've tried logging them back in because I don't know if I'd mentioned when they were around last weekend, we'd started watching Fool Me Once and we got to 4 out of 8 episodes watched. So my thinking was that I wanted to get their Netflix sorted so that I can continue on watching myself and not have to wait for them to come back round to keep watching it. I really want to watch that tonight, and yeah, I don't have any plans tomorrow, which is very unlike me. So I'm very near the end of Heir of Fire. I might actually get that finished tonight when I go to bed to read it. I just can't sit still. But anyway, I hope you're all having or have had a nice day, a nice weekend. Hello to my PT client Claire, who told me she's started watching my vlogs, which made my whole day. So I'm going now. I'll report back when I've made my mushy tatties. Mushy tatties? Talking about mushy, I really fancied mushy peas and I have none. So I think I'm going to have beans. And let's check while I'm here. What day is this? On the 25th, we're okay. I might have these char grilled steak. Or, but then if I fry it, then I'll have it for tomorrow. Oh, I hate being indecisive. I'll be back.
Marketing courses online and all that.
Ta-da! A work of art, I think they'll agree. I just get the skins on. Could probably be a little creamier, but... And also, these squeaky bean pieces are so tasty. I think I'm going to go back tomorrow and get some more. So, finished watching Fool Me Once. Was not expecting that plot twist, or those plot twists. If you haven't watched it, just watch it, it was very good. The end, so there was 8 episodes, the end of episode 7 was about like, what? And then of course the last episode, it was only half an hour long, but there was a lot of information put into it at once. But recommended it. Way past my bedtime now, it's now 11:30. I am just on to say goodnight, signing off this vlog. Oh, and Harry's in and he's soaking. Is it wet outside? Anyway, good night from us. See you in the next one. Thank you as always for watching.